What's up, y'all? It's Ralia Cortinas. I am the host for the Animal Ad-VET-ures page. I started this page because I've been wanting to do a vlog for a good while, and YouTube channel is like the #1 place to have vlogs. I just didn't know what I wanted to do. But I think I have finally figured out what I want to do. As you can see, I'm going to start a page on animal education. I mean, it's what I'm studying. I might as well go off of it. And it's what I love. I love to learn new things. I especially love learning things about animals. And I thought, you know what? That's me. And that's what I have to do for my vlog. I have to be able to share that education and that passion and excitement with y'all. So, you might be thinking, what makes me qualified to teach animal education or to start a vlog on that's called Animal Ad Vet, referring to veterinary science field show or vlog? Well, currently I am 1 year away from graduating from Texas Tech University. Boom. I am almost there, guys. And with everything, I am just so excited that I'm almost done with one chapter in my life. Yeah, I say one. Because my education doesn't stop there. Currently, I will be graduating with an animal science, pre-veterinary science concentration in companion animals, along with an equine science certification for the industry option. I will also be having a chemistry minor. This is the education that I'm going in with that's going to qualify me to start this page. What else makes me somebody who should be teaching animal education? Well, I'm also studying, I'm trying to get my veterinary technician certification through Ashworth College. This is an online platform, so while I'm going to Texas Tech University in person, online I have been taking Ashworth College courses, which is a physical college in Georgia, I believe. But I've been taking the online version to get the courses that I need to be able to take the VTNE in order for me to get my certification to be a veterinary technician. So my goal is within the next year is to finish that. And so by the time I graduate in the class of 2021, I will have my degree from Texas Tech University based on animal science and pre-veterinary science. And then I will have my veterinary technician certification with Ashworth College. All of this in mind, my education still isn't over. I have decided that I will be going to Kingsville, Texas to study wildlife veterinary technology. I almost had like a tongue twister there. But anyways, so I'm going to be going to Texas A&M Kingsville in order to major in first mechanical engineering, to minor in biology, have a concentration in aerospace dynamics, and then of course get my certification for what I originally was going for, which is wildlife veterinary technology. And you're probably thinking, damn girl, but you said you really work with animals. Why are you going into mechanical engineering? Well, actually, a lot of people that start off in biology majors or biomedical decide to go into mechanical engineering because there is a lot of technology, like biological technologies that we use in hospitals or for medical care that comes from mechanical engineering. And I want to apply that to the veterinary science field. We already have people like the bionic vet that when animals have to amputate their arms or their legs, they make an artificial leg for them. I know they made an artificial shell one time for a turtle that had its shell cracked. And so they made an artificial shell for it. And that's kind of what I want to do. Eventually, I do want to be a full-on veterinarian, but in my mind, once I go to vet school, that's the very last step that I will be doing. Vet school is the end for me on education. So I've told my parents, like, don't expect me to go to vet school until I'm in my 30s at least. So for the next 8 years, I'm going to be focusing on other academics and getting more experience in the veterinary science field. Because I volunteered with animal shelters, I volunteered at clinics, and I've shadowed veterinarians, but I have not worked as a veterinary technician before. And I feel like even though I have experience or volunteer experience, and I've worked in clinics, and I have hours, I have a lot of hours, especially with goats because I did FFA, but to me, that's not enough. To me, I actually want to work in the field as a veterinary technician first, because a veterinary technician will tell you they do a lot. They do a lot in the clinic. My uncle in Florida is a veterinary technician. So he talks about how veterinary technicians, there's a lot that they have to do, and there's a lot that they have to know. So I've decided that while I'm going to school for mechanical engineering, I will be working as a veterinary technician in Kingsville. You know, big girl job! Ah! I hope I can get one. But for reals. And while I'm taking those 4 years, 5 years to get my mechanical engineering degree, along with all those other things that I mentioned, I will be working as a veterinary technician, and I will be getting those hours and those experience time in the clinic as a veterinary technician working in the field. And so that's my goal. That's my goal for the next part of my life. I've also thought about going into studying nanotechnology or going to graduate school for biotechnology, but those are things that are not yet set in stone in my book. For sure, I am ready to write the chapter at Tamuk, at Kingsville. I'm ready to start going into mechanical engineering and continuing my animal science education background, continuing working in the vet tech field, and starting to grow more and more as an animal education person myself. I think vet school is too soon for me. I'm barely 21, barely old enough to drink in the United States. It's too soon to be thinking about vet school. There's a lot to learn in the veterinary field. You're not just learning about one species, you're learning about multiple species. And that's why for somebody like myself who wants to go into mixed animal practice when I go to vet school, I have worked with horses, I have worked with cattle, I have worked with goats, I have worked with dogs and cats, but other than that, that's it. I have not worked with any exotic animals other than holding like snakes. I have not worked with guinea pigs. I have not worked with hedgehogs, and that's why if I'm going into mixed animal practice, I need a wider variety background. So for somebody like myself who wants to go for mixed animal practice, I need to make sure that I have a background with companion animals, with livestock, with wildlife, maybe even marine biology, which is something else that I'm considering, but not yet set in stone, have decided to study before I go to vet school.
All right, so what do we have in store? Well, our Animal Adventures release schedule will be a series of 6 episodes, and this is how we're going to kick everything off. You've already watched the introduction video, As you can see, that's the first video, and you might be thinking, well, this was a little bit of a sloppy video. It's alright. I'm probably going to get better along the way. And here's the next series of episodes to come within the next coming month. Following after this video, we are going to have where my money went wrong, my bad financial decision going to the veterinary career path. Because I know for people like myself who are wondering, okay, what's my next step if this is what I want to do for my life? There can be things that are a bad financial decision. And so we're going to talk about it. After that, we're going to get into a little bit of medical terminology. Oof. And we're going to start with the letter A. Episode 3 will go over the letter A. That's why it's the A's and outs of medical terminology. Followed by that, we will have the stages of grief. And this is going to talk about the story of Pearl, a dog I have lost in a tragic event. So the best way for me to talk about the stages of grief is talk about how grief has played a role in my life. After that, we're going to have doggy Pilates. Yes! We're going to go over medical positions and movement that you need to know as in the veterinary field. And we're going to have a guest, y'all. We're going to have my dog Gravy help us out with these medical positions and movements in the doggy Pilates episode. Finally, we are going to end the kickoff series for this channel with the investigation of the patron saints of animals. Who was Saint Francis? And I know some of y'all might be thinking, isn't that a religious topic? Well, I'll go into why I've decided to include this in the series when that episode comes out. And that will be the 6th episode and the final episode in our kickoff series to the Animal Ad-VET-ures YouTube channel. This is going to be a lot of fun topics to talk about, guys. They're helpful. They're going to be great for when you have to do your studying. So stay tuned and, well, enjoy the episodes when they come out.
Hey guys, don't forget to like and subscribe. So go ahead and help me out and like and subscribe. Bueno, bueno!